going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. Tonight, we are talking our 2025 Spooky Summer Spectacular. That's right. In tonight's show, I'm going to cover the 10 films coming out this summer season that you got to go and check out in theaters. There are so many great horror films that we are getting over the next few months. I'm going to let you know the ones that you need to make sure that you don't miss while they're playing on the big screen near you. Let's not waste any time, though, and get started here with number 10. Clown in a Cornfield. This movie is based on the 2020 novel of the same way by author Adam Caesar. Now, this book tells about a killer clown that terrorizes the youth of the town Kettle Springs. Beyond this, I have not read the novel before. It has gotten acclaim over the last few years, and I've seen it getting a lot of buzz over social media, but my backlog of books to get through is so heavy right now that I have not had a chance to crack on into this yet, but I've heard nothing but good things. Y'all know I love me a good slasher, and of course, we got a couple familiar names in the cast too. Will Sasso, Kevin Durand, and with Kevin Durand, that always means a good time to me. I am still on the highs of stuff like Lock and Key, as well as Abigail. So if he can bring any of that same energy he brings to those projects, we are in for a good time. Now, Clown in the Cornfield is currently doing a bit of a roadshow right now where it's touring a number of drive-ins across the United States before it has its opening up on May 9th. It's actually coming here to Red Rocks next week, so I'm planning on catching that. I'm going to grab a ticket the moment I can, and I will have some thoughts on Clown in the Cornfield for y'all. But y'all, that is the start of the summer spooky season for us. That's number 10. Coming in at number 9 is The Ritual, starring Dan Stevens and Al Pacino. It focuses on a pair of priests who have to complete a series of exorcisms on a young woman who's apparently experiencing demonic possession. Now, from the trailer of this here, it looks like we're getting a lot in the same vein of previous Exorcist movies or exorcism movies there. So the interest here is really going to be the cast that we have as a part of this. Again, Al Pacino and Dan Stevens, who has become a big favorite in the horror realm in the last decade here. This is really the draw of coming and checking this one out. Now, I'm not tired yet of seeing exorcism movies. You know that we have the sequel to like Exorcist Believer, or I guess just another Exorcist film coming from Mike Flanagan that's expected to come out next year. But in the meantime, if we can get some more high-profile exorcism movies to get audiences in the mood for yet another entry in that beloved franchise, then I think The Ritual is the way to go with that. It is kind of funny, though, that as the years keep going by, we're getting an absurd amount of movies with the name Ritual in it, which makes it hard to actually determine which one that you're actually talking about. But let's hope that this one ends up turning out good, because if it does, that means that we'll remember this one as That's the Good Ritual. So, high hopes for this one. We'll see there. Al Pacino, Dan Stevens, exorcisms. The Ritual opens June 6th in theaters everywhere. We're going to be following up on that one as well too, y'all. Coming in at number 8 is The Conjuring Last Rites. This film is set to be the last film of the Conjuring series, not of the franchise, because the spin-offs are expected to continue in the world of Annabelle, The Nun. We even got The Curse of La Llorona not too long ago. These spin-offs are expected to continue, but the main series that focuses on the Warrens, played by Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson, these will be done with these two in those roles. Now, your mileage may vary when it comes to this franchise. While The Conjuring 1 and 2, The Nun 2, Annabelle Comes Home, these are all big winners for the franchise. I even like The Curse of La Llorona. The issue is the most recent Conjuring film, The Devil Made Me Do It, was a bit of a downer for it. It wasn't as exciting, wasn't as spooky, just didn't have the same appeal that those previous films had had. And The Conjuring 2 marks a very high point, not just for the franchise, but for horror in general. That was one of the best adaptations of the Enfield Poltergeist that we had got outside of Ghostwatch. And so there have been a lot of high hopes that the franchise can return to form here with this last film. I am crossing my fingers on this one here. Michael Chavez is behind the camera yet again. That name should be familiar, as he did 3 of the previous Conjuring films in this franchise. He did La Llorona, he did The Devil Made Me Do It, and he did The Nun 2. So I'm hoping that the 4th time ends up sticking more with the 2 spin-offs he did versus the mainline Conjuring film. But we still have a few months to wait on that one. Stay tuned, y'all, because we are excited to dive into that one. Coming in at number 7 is Megan 2.0, which opens in theaters June 27th. Now, we had high love for the original Megan film that was very Chucky, Child's Play-like, about an artificial intelligence inserted doll that goes psychotic and begins to kill her makers and those that are around her. Now, it was fun, it was campy, and it gave us something new and different from what we were getting currently, like with Chucky. And I don't mean that in a bad way, because Chucky has always been phenomenal, but giving us something a little bit more technology based versus more, magic based, like Chucky is. The thing about it, though, is that we knew we were going to have to get a sequel. Like, there's no way that we weren't going to sequel out of it. It's about artificial intelligence. But where the tables are turning this time around is that Megan seems set to be our protagonist, along with the returning Gemma and Katie, played by Allison Williams and Violet McGraw. Megan is back this time to fight another set of our artificial intelligence, which seems to put not just Gemma and Katie in danger, but perhaps the entire world. Now, this seems like a natural progression just because we could go the Chucky route and keep on giving us movies about the evil Megan going evil and trying to kill all of us, about the evil Megan just breaking down again and trying to kill all of us. But I think it's probably a more inspired choice to turn her good, especially if the hope is still to get us eventually to that Megan versus Chucky showdown. Then by turning Megan good, that gives us a good setup for that potentially to happen. Now, of course, that is a lot of wishful thinking. This movie by itself looks like it'll be a lot of fun, but what I'm concerned about, though, is that the tone of this seems like it's going to change, similar to like a Happy Death Day, to where the first film was very much this horror comedy, and the second film became more sci-fi horror, but it was more of the sci-fi part more than anything else. It seems like that's where Megan 2.0 is going as well, too, that we're going to get more sci-fi out of it than we will horror, but time will tell on that one. Stick around, because we are going to be talking Megan 2.0 when that comes out in June, y'all. Coming in at number 6 is Sean Byrne's Dangerous Animals. It tells the story of a surfer who must escape after being abducted by a serial killer who is intent on feeding her to sharks. Now, I love my crazy animal creature features, and it's been a little bit since we've had an effective shark thriller come out. I'm a big fan of the Meg movies, obviously, but those don't really have you like clutching the seats like you think you might. The first one kind of did, but not the second one, even though I enjoyed it. And The Shallows has been so long ago, and there's been all these other ones under Paris, but this goes to the ridiculous side of it, which we love in movies like these. Don't give me how these animals are going to act in real life. Give me something insane, like a psycho who wants to kidnap people and feed them to sharks. It's screaming Shark Night 3D to me, which is a big favorite of mine. And then you combine that with the fact that it stars Jai Courtney as our psychopath. And I know some of you are like, oh, Jai Courtney. I fucking love Jai Courtney, all right? Huge Spartacus fan, big fan of his work as Captain Boomerang as well. He has done a number of things. Just got done watching American Prime Evil, where he played a supporting role in that and was fantastic in it as well, too. I'm a big Jai Courtney guy, so have him as a psychopath? I'm in on this one here. This one, I am very much anticipating. I think this is going to end up being the secret hit of the summer, honestly. I think this is going to do far better than what a lot of folks are anticipating at the moment. This film releases everywhere June 6th, so we'll have a review for you in just a little bit over a month, y'all. And there it is, folks. That is 5 of the 10 entries that you got to see this spooky summer here in 2025. Now, the other 5 I'm going to reveal here in the next episode, so get subscribed so you don't miss those at all. I guarantee there's more on that list that you're trying to catch as well, too. You do not want to miss that, so get subscribed. You can do that at my link tree at linktr.ee/T Scary Movie. If you get subscribed, that's going to be access to the YouTube page for the video versions of the show, your favorite podcasting platform, the audio-only versions of the show, my Letterboxd page for written reviews and movie rankings throughout the year, my TikTok page for movie reviews, movie news, and movie premieres, to my Twitch page for horror gaming, and my Fangoria shop page where you can enjoy a 20% discount off anything in the Fangoria shop. Take advantage of that, folks. Hit that subscribe button. Again, more great reviews coming your way, and part 2 of where I reveal the other 5 films that you need to check out this spooky summer. That's coming up as well. That is it tonight, though, y'all, and I appreciate y'all tuning in. My name is T. We've been talking scary movies. Stay scared.